Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I think it's time to get back to the Signature Arcana Spotlight series. First things first. Alright, so classic soundtrack it is. Now, we still have yet to really get the tier list rolling, but don't worry, it's going to be coming quickly. As far as which element to do next, well, you see, there's many different things that we could be doing. I could just go in order, but that sounds boring to me. So, why don't we jump down from fire and go all the way down to water? I've decided, just kind of for whatever reason, I'm going to do these in weakness order. So the weakness of fire is water. So we're going to have a look at these ones next. And, okay, so there are some here that are, in my opinion, really good, and some that are complete stinkers. Obviously, I'm going to go down from the ones I think are the worst, and up to the ones I think are the best, in no 100% certain order. But you know we gotta get Rebounding Icicles out of the way first. And why get Rebounding Icicles out of the way first? Because it sucks. Look, I know that there is a reason for this one. This is one of those ones that not only does it have multiple uses, but it has that pull effect, which is always pretty popular. Just the one real thing about this one is that, one, it doesn't do a lot of damage, and two, it doesn't work against larger enemies. So having something like this relegated to a signature spot, and yeah, you could use it as just a regular Arcana, but my question to that is why? Like why would you do that to yourself? Why do any of that? Like, it really just kind of boils down to this one just doesn't feel right. And the idea that it doesn't have any, it has a very minimal effect on larger enemies and bosses, it just feels so off. Like, I can't even really describe it. It's just so not good. So not good. So we are going to do our best with this one. That having been said, I'm not expecting miracles. Like, this spell is one that I'm just not a fan of. And that's putting it mildly. Like, this one... I can't stand this spell. Rebounding Icicles is so awful. It was one of the worst spells in the game. Like, even before the Phantom update, it's one of the worst spells now. Like, ugh. Please. But, I told myself I would do this. I have to do it. So we will get through this together. Maybe. Like, I don't even know what I want my other standard spell to be. Like, maybe... I don't know, something that's good on both critical hit and hiccup. Perfect. And hiccup. I was hoping not to have to regale you guys with my hiccups, but unfortunately, sometimes just don't have a choice. Okay, there we go. I think we finally got it. I hope I've got enough going for me to negate how awful the Rebounding Icicles are, and again, to show you, there you go. Yeah, Rebounding Icicles has such a diminished effect on enemies that don't suffer knockback and bosses that it's almost a crime for it to be a signature spell. So here's the thing, when you use it as a signature cast, it has a homing effect and does multiple hits to enemies in the area. And that's actually pretty interesting and fun to use. But in between that, you have to put up with it just being absolute trash. But let's be fair, the pull effect is fun against regular enemies, so it makes good comboing against them. But again, like I said, the issue with spells that have a pulling effect is that depending on how much you need to rely on that for your combo to work, you might be either having difficulty against larger enemies that don't respond well to it, or you might be completely hamstrung. And this, unfortunately, is one of those spells that leaves you completely hamstrung if the enemies can't be affected by the pull effect. So I'm doing my best to make up for it in whatever way I can, but yeah, this one is not one of the fun spells. And I guarantee there's someone out there that disagrees with me, and you know what? That's cool. I appreciate that you find joy in something that I don't. But trust me when I say that this is going to be difficult for me. Like, really difficult for me. Alright, we're gonna get Atlas out of the way now. Because we have projectiles that I don't want to get bounced back into my face. But yes, let's be completely fair and honest with ourselves. Well, first of all, I'm going to grab this. But yes, the pull effect against just regular old mooks is absolutely fine. And I believe I've stated that like 30 or 40 times, so Alright, so now you get the idea of what I'm working with here. Let's see if we can turn this into an interesting one. One of the good things about this spell is that it's got plenty of range. Like, it doesn't quite have the endless range of something like the exploding fireball or aqua beam, but it does have range. And there were enough enemies that the signature cast just got highly confused. It basically just said, no information on this. I'm gonna say no to more water-based spells. And here comes Cecil Bird to say hello. Hello, buddy! I am happy to see you too after a long day at work. Well, Well, I mean, a good fire-based spell will work out nicely against Shu. I would like a good earth-based spell for the twins. Honestly, we've got a little of everything here. We've got Fire Breath for Shu, we've got Stalwart Defenders for the twins. I'm not exactly against those offerings, although, to be fair, I would rather have something other than Stalwart Defenders, because we do have ourselves a critical hit-focused build, and I think I would rather have something along the lines of, like, Entangling Vines, or Dragon Dive, or something like that. And of course we're going to keep the Claws of Tomo because, one, it's a reference to Northern Lion's cat, and two, it increases your critical hit chances with your basing. Alright, so let's go back here. We'll go ahead and grab Flame Breath, just because it is... Oh wait, no, we are also going to want that. Let's not be silly. And we'll grab that because, let's be fair, it is a damage increase. Only a small one, but for critical hit-based builds, even small damage increases can add up. And that there is the big positive to this spell, is that the signature cast, unlike the regular cast, is great against bosses, terrible against mooks, especially if there's a lot of mooks to deal with. So, I mean, the way that they designed it, it's not... I mean, I think it's god-awful, but it's usable. Now, to me, usable doesn't necessarily mean great, but, I mean, it's something. In the long run, will I like this better than Heroic Maelstrom? And I know that's another contentious point because I know that there are people in my audience that really like Heroic Maelstrom as well. So I'm looking at that one going, and between this one and Rebounding Icicles, someone's gonna get pissed off. Alright, anything good? A couple things that I like. I like the shell. Test the Coil can lead into a rather useful Hunter Stiletto. Ah, nope. That is not going to fit this build very well. Hold on. Let's clear this room real fast. You know, Dark Sage, you were complaining, but it seems like you have some idea what you're doing with this spell. Because I know what I'm doing with it doesn't mean that it's good. Remember, I am a combo fiend, so even though I don't like it, I do very much understand its usage. Nope, nothing there. Alright, let's hit the boss room. And we're gonna go grab this. And we'll grab that too. No. And I don't necessarily want water or more electricity. That having been said, Aqua Beam is still really good. And hopefully you understand now why I chose a critical hit focused build. Oh yeah? Well, eat Icicle! Alright, not bad. And we'll be ignoring that because that's embarrassing. Alright, Shu. Still feel that outside of, Super Sura, he is the hardest boss in the game. Alright, cool. So, as you can see, part of the problem is that Rebounding Icicles just doesn't do a lot of damage, which, it's a setup spell. You don't need it to do a lot of damage, you just need it to set up. But when it can only set up against regular old enemies, and that's about it, it kind of limits its usefulness. Yeah, I like the idea of the Ancient Fountain Pen, but before I buy it, I want to see what else is available. I'll probably have plenty of money for it, let's be real. But I just want to make sure that I'm good just in case. There we go. Hey, there's a shop over here. What are you selling? Okay, so we can get Flame Breath. I like that. I don't know how I feel about Dragon Blast, but it's not bad. And yeah, we can go ahead and just buy it now. I might end up coming back for Dragon Blast. Does have just a really big area of effect. Lovely. Don't you just love running face first into a wall? I know I do. I make it a part of my daily routine. Dork Sacred sounds painful. I'm pretty sure he was being sarcastic. Alright, so let's see. Is there anything here I want other than the fountain pen? Not really. I mean, no, I definitely want Dragon Blast. Alright, looking pretty solid now. Though I'm still not super pleased with Rebounding Icicles, and trust me when I say I pretty much never will be. But you can also not say that you've never seen me use it. Like, this especially pales in comparison when you look at something like... We'll just use Fading Petal as the example. The spell has a pull effect, which is great against regular enemies, because it pulls them towards you, of course, and allows you to combo. But it also isn't necessarily 100% required to pull off combos and do good damage against bosses. Case in point, it just hits really hard when it lands. Yeah, that's a big no thank you from me. So, even just that one example is something that's just something that completely outclasses Rebounding Icicles at the same game. But we can also go a little bit further. We can do the same thing with I believe it's called Ion Spike, which works just as effectively against big guys as it does regular old mooks. Then, of course, even in the same element, you have Aqua Vortex, which never got to be a signature, which is a damn shame, because I would love to see the sort of whirlpool that creates. Perfect. Glad I did that. Okay. Nothing over there that's going to be of interest. Okay. Let's check here. Yeah, we're going to want to pick up this. I probably should have bought that before I bought the Breezy Gray canvas, but oh well. And Surge Anchor is, of course, a joke. But maybe Dr. Song can research it and actually find a use for it. And increased healing from all sources. I can live with that. They locked a fairy in a treasure chest. That is most rude and uncivilized. Such uncouth behavior. Our Sylvan friends deserve better than that. They deserve freedom, respect, love, and maybe some pomegranate seeds. Dark Sage by pomegranate seeds. I have it on good authority that fairies like pomegranate seeds. I mean, to be fair, most people like pomegranate seeds despite their race. Oh, Rebounding Icicles, why do you suck so bad? I'm gonna grab that just because it's fun. Probably not gonna use it on this floor, but hey, it's fun. This is also clearly not the right build to use it with. I mean, Bolt Claymore is a ranged baby. Owie. Oh, hey. Actually, I dodged at the right time. Ow. Okay, you guys can knock that off. Ow. Okay, probably thinking I should have... Oh wait, no, that limits the spells of mages and summoners, so that wouldn't have helped. Yeah, that room was rough. Oh, hello. Like, I know what the obvious choice is, but no, we're going for the clover. Darkseid, which one was the obvious choice? Oh, hello. Something else nice. Okay, I'm gonna grab that. Then we're gonna... Yeah, we're gonna have to drop that. And we're keeping the messy prescription because we're going to need the extra healing because I'm getting my butt kicked. And we're going the long way around because I am not thinking. Okay, that was a messy one. Ooh, I do like Bouncing Surge, but I will... Actually, depending on... No, I should just take it. It'll actually have a use. Not right away, of course, but it'll have a use. Why did I even bother? I knew there was a dead end and I went down there anyway. Interesting, but I already made my choice. I wanted the Crimson Clover, and I am sticking with that decision. I think I am also going to heal up. $364 points of electrical damage. That sounds like enough to put someone into seizures. Okay, all the dead ends. I found all of them. I mean, I usually do, but sometimes it stings a little bit more when I'm like actually trying to make my way through a level instead of exploring every square inch. Oh, hello, Taffy. Oh, that's actually kind of useful. Hold on. There we go. God damn it, it's all dead ends. No path leads anywhere. It's a never-ending labyrinth of pain and misery and electrical archers. Oh, that was not smart. Everything is in shambles. Hey, got anything interesting? Why, yes, you do. I also like this, but I don't think I have room for it in my current loadout. Like, it might be better than the Chaos Scanner, but Chaos Scanner is affecting everything I have, and that just affects my basics, so I'm gonna say no to that. No thank you. I think I'm good with what I have. Alright, that was not the cleanest fight in the world, but the job is done. I swear there's a challenge on the Wizard of Legend Discord server that involves using Rebounding Icicles. It just... Okay. You need to knock that off. Okay, everything involving Violent Thornstorm has just been a mess. Except for that. Alright, if I'm being completely honest with y'all right now, I kinda didn't think I would make it to Sura. Because Rebounding Icicles just does so... Ugh, look at it, it doesn't even really affect them all that much. Go away. Okay, these stupid buzzsaw things basically made it so I couldn't fight back. Ugh. There's a reason why Grand Summoner irks me more than it used to. Okay, now we can get rid of that to pick up that. Give. And I can see a decent defensive relic now. Alright. So. Yeah, Rebounding Icicles. I mean, as much as I'm gonna complain about Heroic Maelstrom 2, just understand that this is definitely worse than that. Ow. And, of course, it's also not great against moving enemies, so I mean, you know, if you have the audacity to fight someone who's actually trying to stay alive, you know, how dare they actually try dodging attacks and fighting back? I mean, that wasn't part of the deal. So yeah, Rebounding Icicles is really terrible. It is an awful spell. Like, I know I sometimes complain about some spells being really iffy, but make no mistake, this is one of the spells in the game that I think is just plain terrible. Which should give you a pretty good idea as to where it's going to show up in the tier list when I get around to the water section of it. So yeah, look forward to that, and yes, I am working on the fire segment of the signature Arcana tier list as we speak. So you can look forward to that fairly soon. I'm going to try to have it done in the next few days, so hopefully that gives you guys something to look forward to. In the erstwhile, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I, of course, appreciate your spending your free time with me and supporting my work. I hope you have a fantastic day or night wherever you may happen to be, and I'll see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care, everybody.